Cool. Yo, what's good, y'all? How's it going? Good evening, everybody. So, today is MLK Day. Today's MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And today I had a pretty productive day. I did stuff for work, which is good. Did some groceries, which is something I need to do. So it was like the first time I bought groceries in a while. And then I had an improv jam session with some of my old classmates. It was nice getting to hear about like their experience so far with Conservatory 4. And then we had a lot of fun just doing like our own improv. Then we shared some of our feedback that we've gotten from teachers. It was a nice reflecting moment and got to hear a lot more about like everybody else's experience, their perspectives, as well as like things that they feel like they need to improve on. But it was also a very supportive environment of people sharing compliments for other people's performances or things that they like about the way that other people do like their improv, or at least come up with their like ideas for sketch. So it was a really nice supportive environment to be in. It was very fun hanging out with them, and I really enjoyed doing that today. I definitely needed it because I was just feeling out of sorts, and it was a nice way to kind of like get me feeling positive. But yeah, I miss everybody. I wish I could take class with them, but I'll be continuing Conservatory for next term. So I will be back on the Second City track, but just needed to take a break to recover financially. So that was a lot of fun. Really good. Also, it's also like really nice to spend time with them outside of class and just talk, hang out, make jokes. So it was a nice environment to just get to know everybody on a different level as well. Because like I've said in the past, we don't really like talk in class, so it's nice for us to get a chance to like break down how we feel about everything and just like talk to each other. So it was fun. It was nice. I had a good time. Cool. All right. And then last thing I did today was I watched the movie One Night in Miami, Regina King's directorial debut. And it was a really good film. I really enjoyed it. I would give it a 7 out of 10. And that's good for me. That's like really good for me for my ratings. But it was honestly a really good film. I felt like pacing in the beginning probably could have gone a little bit faster. But when it got to like the meat of everything, I love the writing, the way it was directed, the way it was acted was beautiful. I got emotional. I teared up. The film talks about a lot of really important issues as well, and it does it in a good way of emphasizing the characters' beliefs and their stances on things, and then having those stances and beliefs clash with each other, even though they're all on the same side. But it's done in a very positive and empowering manner, where the ideas go through a realm of construction, and sometimes like even like it goes through like real conversation, where it's like sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't say you can't voice out your opinions in the proper way using like the most political or the most correct wordage when you're saying things to your friends, and sometimes they might come off harsh or something. And it does a good job of seeing those like in the heat moments, but then like breaking it down to the private moments when you're just like one-on-one with somebody else who's like outside of like what's happening between A and B, and that contemplation moment and recovery, as well as like going into the stories of everybody. I don't want to give any details. I know I'm talking very vaguely, but that's just because I don't want to give any spoilers about any specifics. But it's a really good film. Really talks about a lot of very important social causes that are still relevant today, unfortunately, even though this had happened about half a century ago, in the 60s. it's still as relevant as it was then than it is now. So highly recommend to watch it. It talks a lot about social issues, black empowerment. It allows you to see into the perspectives as well of the different types of allyships within like a Black Lives Matter movement, and the different trains of thoughts and how we can be supportive. And it's very, very interesting, especially as someone who isn't black, watching in and getting a chance to see these different types of ideas, because I've heard about it, like, you know, I've talked about it with my friends who are black, and heard their perspectives, and it's just very interesting to see those perspectives being brought to life in film, because they're very true perspectives, and they're very important perspectives that a lot of people don't understand if you're not having the right conversations and engaging conversations and asking questions to get to understand the issues better. So I highly recommend to watch this film. It's a really good film. I got emotional, I teared up, and it is honestly, the actors are phenomenal in this film. So highly recommend to go watch. It's One Night in Miami. It's on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime, and yeah, go check it out. So cool. That's all that I got. So it was a nice day for me as well, like especially at the end, like watching this movie, just give me a chance to kind of like reflect on how I can help be an ally for Black Lives Matter, and how I can help to send a positive message to other people of sharing you know, love, but also justice and equality. So yeah, cool. All right. Super inspirational. Sorry, that movie really inspired me to like really think about how I want to showcase my messages, you know, and also how to voice those messages in a way that's conductive to thinking critically. So yeah, I feel like the film does a good job of respecting the audience, and respecting the audience's ability to understand what's happening and understand what they're talking about. So I think the film does a really good job of that. So I highly recommend to watch it, seriously. Cool, all right, that's it. I could talk about the film for days, but I don't wanna you know, run this too long. If anybody wants to talk about films with me, please. I love talking about movies and film, and just hearing about it. I do want to eventually do a sort of like film group where we just watch a movie and then just spend like time discussing it, maybe over drinks and food, but that won't happen until the quarantine ends. But if anybody wants to talk about films with me, please. I love talking about this stuff, and I love hearing other people's perspectives as well, because things that I catch, maybe the other person doesn't catch, and then the things that they catch, I probably don't catch. So it's really nice for me to hear those perspectives of what other people enjoy about films. So go ahead and like message me on Instagram, or like, you know, just like hit me up in the comments or whatever. I like would love to hear about this stuff from other people. So thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and have a good night. Peace.